Facts Delivered presents the 10 craziest coincidences you won't believe happened. Number 10. Mark Twain was born in 1835 when Halley's Comet was passing the Earth. It only passes once every 76 years or so, but Twain predicted that he would die on its next passing. "I came in with Halley's Comet in 1835, he said in 1909. It is coming again next year, and I expect to go out with it. The writer died the very next day on his appearance in 1910. Number 9. Desperate to find his long-lost daughter Lisa, local carpenter Michael Dick travelled from East London to Suffolk in search of her. The local paper ran a story with a new photograph of the 58-year-old dad and his two other daughters. Not only did Lisa, 31 years old, spot her dad, she realised she was in the picture too. She stated, "Me and my mum had been in the exact place where the picture was taken about a minute earlier, and you can see us walking away." Number 8. On Friday, August the 13th, 2010, a 13-year-old boy was struck by lightning at 13 minutes past 1 in Suffolk, England. The boy's name is not released according to the Daily Mail and the Mirror. Rex Clark, a St. John ambulance team leader, told the Mirror, "The boy was breathing and was conscious, with only a minor burn. But it's all a bit strange that he was 13 years old and it happened at 1:13 on Friday the 13th. Number 7. Dutch cyclist Martin de Jong has escaped not one but two major plane crashes in his life. Not only was he supposed to be on board missing Malaysia Airlines flight 370 before deciding to take a flight that departed an hour earlier, he was also supposed to fly on Malaysia Airlines flight 17, the one that was shot down over Ukraine in 2014, before changing to a different flight in order to save money. Number 6. In 1937, in Detroit, a street sweeper named Joseph Figlock was in an alley when a baby fell out of a 4th-story window directly on top of him. Both the baby and Figlock sustained injuries but survived. A year later, a 2-year-old baby by the name of David Thomas fell from a 4th-story window and landed on Figlock. Once again, both magically survived. Number 5. Two of America's presidents, namely Abraham Lincoln and John F. Kennedy, share a multitude of barely believable coincidences. Both were killed from gunshot wounds to the back of the head, both died on a Friday, and each one of them were accompanied by their wife and another couple. But there's more. Both had a friend called Billy Graham, both had 4 children, both had secretaries named after the other. Kennedy's secretary was called Mrs. Lincoln, while Lincoln's secretary was called John. And both of their successors were vice presidents called Johnson. Number 4. The founder of the Ferrari company, Enzo Ferrari, died on August 14th, 1988. Just 2 months later, on October 15th, Arsenal footballer Mesut Ozil was born. And by taking a look at their pictures, they look nearly identical. Number 3. A set of twins from Ohio who were separated at birth both grew up without any knowledge of each other's existence. Their lives did, however, share a number of strange similarities. They were both named James on their adoptions, they both grew up to be police officers, and they also both married women named Linda. But that's not all. Each had a son named James, and each also had a dog named Toy. Both brothers later got divorced, and both ended up remarrying women named Betty. Number 2. 14 years before the Titanic sank, in 1898, Morgan Robertson, a fantasy writer from the US, wrote about a ship sinking in a novel called Futility. The ship in the book was called the Titan, but that's not the end of the similarities. For example, like the real Titanic, the Titan was described as unsinkable. They also both had insufficient lifeboats, and they both collided with icebergs in the North Atlantic. Number 1. In 1883, a man shot Henry Ziegland, his sister's ex-boyfriend, who he had blamed for her suicide. After the shot, the man turned the gun on himself, thinking that Ziegland was dead, and shot himself. However, Ziegland had not been killed. The bullet only grazed his face and then ended up lodged in a tree behind him. Later, Ziegland went to go chop down the same tree that the bullet was inside. He then blew up the tree, and suddenly the bullet came out, hitting Ziegland in the head and killing him. I hope that you all enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and for more amazing facts and top lists, please subscribe to the channel and like and comment below.